Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Pleasantly Positive Show, where we take a look back on our week and just highlight some of the moments that made a positive impact on us, no matter how big or small, as well as we cover some good news stories in a segment that I like to call Positive Press. I am your host, Savvy, and with me today, I have Joe, or better known as Big Chungus. Joe, my friend, my dear friend, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How about you?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm a little sluggish today, and especially after before we started the show, you told me that I lost an hour of sleep. So
Yeah, I
I
can't believe you didn't know that. Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't
We changed the
even
clock to like 2 a.m. this morning, I think.
I didn't even that makes oh my god. I was about to say I went to bed at 3:30 this morning, and
Hmm.
I guess in my head I didn't even register because I was awake the whole time. I didn't even register that I jumped magically from 2 to 3, I guess.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, you did that like 10-hour stream yesterday.
Yeah, yeah. It was a bunch of people that I met during the Jingle Jam. We uh,
Hmm.
we played the game that we actually first met on, and so
Which one is in that?
it's called First Class Trouble. It's like a deduction kind of game. Like I don't know if you ever heard of like a Trouble in Terrorist Town kind of game, where
I
it's
don't
like
think.
the purpose of it is like you have six people on this like passenger ship, and two of them are trying to kill the other four passengers.
Oh, I have
Uh,
heard of that. It's like find the like werewolves or whatever kind of a game.
yeah, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or like Among Us. It's like an Among Us kind of game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
is it a video game or you guys just like play
No, it's a video game.
like on
Yeah,
screen? Oh yeah.
yeah. It's a video game, and so I did that and just like a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, and then I took that power nap and messaged you yesterday, thinking I had slept through the night.
But it was 9 p.m. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So
dang, is
so
that the longest stream you've ever done?
it may be probably since being on Twitch. Probably. I can't imagine
Kind of an
myself.
accomplishment. Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, a little bit. I can't imagine myself doing a longer stream. So.
No, you're like that's it.
Yeah, yeah. And I ended up playing another game called Make Way, and we actually had a developer of the game come into the Twitch chat, which was quite interesting.
That's cool. What was the game called?
Make Way, it's like a. Have you ever heard of Ultimate Chicken Horse? Probably not.
No.
No. Okay. It's basically like you have these like little race cars, and you can every person gets to pick a piece of a track, and
Yeah.
the tracks have like they're just different shapes. Some of them have like traps and stuff to either kill you or slow you
Hmm.
down, and so every person can pick either a trap piece or like a track piece. And
Does everybody get to like see the whole track, or do you just get to see like
mhm.
your section of it? And
no,
then,
no, you get to see the whole track, and
yeah.
every like three like every couple pieces or so, there's like a checkpoint, and if you die before the checkpoint,
Mm.
you you don't respawn to like the next checkpoint, and it's kind of hard to explain, even though it's like a pretty simple game. I don't know.
No, sounds fun though. It's cool to meet the devs as well.
Yeah, yeah. Jacka, I believe his name was.
Yeah. Good.
Jacka. So, Joe,
What?
I ask everybody this before we get too deep into it. What is your morning beverage of choice today? I know you have one.
Um, yeah, I've got a iced coffee with half and half from Starbucks here.
Okay.
Or,
Any sweetener?
solid. No, no sweetener. None.
Wow.
No. I feel like I'm either I'm gonna just have like coffee with cream, or I'm gonna get like mocha frappuccino. There's like no
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in
There's no in
between.
between for
My
you.
yeah,
So, like, when you're
like
drinking
either
that,
one.
you don't wish it was just even like a little bit sweet at all.
No, I kind of like that it's bitter. I don't know. I like it. I think it's really good to have like a really bitter coffee and then like a donut or something. Like
Ooh,
so they
that
kind of like balance each other out.
those are good combos. I have a
Yeah.
little actually that Yeah, that does make sense because there's this little coffee shop or donut shop, I should say, here called Kim's, and
Mm-hmm.
I always end up getting black coffee when I go there, and then I like to sip and then take a bite of my donut or vice versa. So that makes
I mean,
sense.
black coffee, like it, I think it's good to sip on. Like exactly like you said. I think you can like really taste the coffee and like the differences in the coffee that way.
Hmm.
But if you want to like just like get caffeinated, I like need some cream in it.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
absolutely. Yeah, no, I would never just like choose black coffee and that's
Hmm.
the only thing that I'm consuming at the moment. I don't know. Like,
Yeah. In my like coffee tasting class, they were like, you should drink it black first and then add cream to like change the flavor profile and then drink it again.
hmm.
Um, but that was that was fun. But that's a little more on the snobby end of coffee,
I,
you know.
I understand. Yeah, I think when I worked at Starbucks, we, especially during the first 2 weeks, you do like three. I did like three coffee tastings a day with my trainer. Granted, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure we weren't supposed to do it as much as we did, but we were like, we're just gonna do a little coffee pairing today, and I was like, fine by me. A little bit of some free food, some free coffee. I'm fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah. Well, heck
What are you
yeah.
drinking?
Uh, Coffee with a little bit of powdered creamer, cause lactose.
Ooh.
Uh, lactose free, and
Yeah.
just a packet of Sweet and Low. And I don't do the whole
Nice.
packet. I pinch a little bit of the packet with my finger so that a little bit doesn't fall out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like three
Okay.
fourths a packet of Sweet and Low.
Uh, Fabian size sweet and low.
Yep, yep. And that's always my go-to coffee of choice. A lot of places don't have Sweet and Low, so then I'll usually just do
Hmm.
I'll do like a sugar-free vanilla or normal table sugar or whatever it's called. Table sugar. I don't know if that's a thing, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Just like
Yeah.
whatever they have out, basically.
Yeah, packet sugar. I don't like to go for the syrups just because I know that they can be like, the sugar is like super concentrated usually in a syrup, so you get a lot,
Yeah,
which I try to avoid in the first place. So,
yeah. Well, where's the coffee? What's the coffee from?
uh,
Actual coffee.
so I do go to this coffee shop every day, which we'll talk about my weekly look back. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Called Black Cat. I've mentioned it before in the show. But at home I just have some some Folgers instant coffee.
Ain't Folgers Insta coffee? Oh man.
So I usually grind my own beans. I usually get like a bag from like Starbucks or whatever the cheap
Yeah.
bag is at the store and grind them. But recently, uh, I don't. My mom and we've just been getting instant coffee, and she doesn't do the grinded beans, and so it's kind of just
Mm-hmm.
easy for us to share the instant coffee, and it's not that bad actually. Like I thought that like going from the normal beans to instant, I was gonna be like this is terrible, but
Mm-hmm.
I think probably because I put cream in the sweetener in it, it's not.
It's
I can't
harder to
really
notice.
tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I just see that little caffeine kick. I don't. Well, actually, I don't even get a caffeine kick. I genuinely don't. I get tired after drinking caffeine, but I think I've drank it
What
so
you
much.
said, which like crazy.
Yeah, but I think I'm just addicted still. Like I think that's still a thing. So I still get the
Yeah, you just
headache.
get a headache.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if I don't drink it, and I get that urge. I'm like, gotta have my caffeine.
Gotta have it, bro.
But no,
Keep you healthy.
it's routine for me to take a nap after drinking coffee if I don't have anything else to do.
You probably wake up so refreshed.
No, I
What?
that's
No?
not a thing. You know what? I felt refreshed after my nap last night. After the panic was over, I felt good last night. I never feel refreshed in the morning unless I like go on a walk or work out. That's the only time I ever feel refreshed.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, the physical activity definitely, like, for some reason, it's meant to be tiring, but sometimes it's
It's
just like rejuvenating.
Yeah, I think maybe in like in the morning it's just like the endorphins and like maybe that kicked with like your body just starting up. Maybe it's just like the
Yeah.
right thing you need. I don't know.
No, bro, I totally agree. That's on my good things list this week. I woke up at like 5 a.m. on Friday to go swimming
Mm-hmm.
at the South Portland Rec Center, and bro, I felt so good for like the rest of the day. It was just
Yeah.
like I don't know, like my body felt good, my mind felt good. I was just like like getting everything done at work afterwards.
Yeah.
It was so nice. I've done that. I did that last week too,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the same thing. So I was like, let's do it again this week. It's great. Like go do some like freestyle, some breaststrokes, and then like they have a hot tub there, so you can just like chill in the hot tub for like 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you're done, it's like 7 a.m. still.
Yeah.
So you go get breakfast, go to Sia, get like a breakfast Sammy, a nice cup of coffee,
Breakfast Sammy. Yeah.
chill in there. Yeah, bro. Good. It's good. Yeah. That was one of the good things for my week.
Oh, heck yeah. What I think not even just like the fact that you're doing like a workout before work is also your swimming. I think that's probably the most refreshing exercise you could probably do because just being
Dude,
in water is refreshing in itself. That's why I make sure
it
I
is.
wash my face in the morning because just that splash of water on the face, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
it just feels so good. Mm.
It does feel good. And the water there is like warm. It's like 80 something degrees. It's like filled with old people. Like it's like 6
That's
a.m. and
that's
it's just
probably why it's
completely.
warm.
Yeah, I think that is exactly why it's warm because then they do like a water aerobics class right afterwards,
Mm-hmm.
like with the floaties and stuff. And
Yeah.
again, it's just all like retirees. But honestly, that's fun too. Like you go chill in the hot tub. Old people love to talk to you. They'll just be like chatting you up. This old guy, I see him 2 weeks in a row. He loves talking about this water aerobics class and just like giving like hot gossip about like his. He lives in like a 55 plus home and
Yeah.
stuff. Talking about like his 98-year-old best friend who like beats him in poker every night.
I love that.
Hilarious.
You're about to have a 98-year-old best friend. It sounds like.
Maybe that sounds cool. He's like a shark, card
It's like a
shark at
shark.
98 years old. Yeah.
Well, alrighty then. Okay, a lot of good things coming out of the swimming. Making friends, feeling good in the morning. Do you ever? So you said you do. Because I think you were telling me about how you were doing this last week, or yeah, the previous week. Do you ever like? Do you crash? Like at like late, like
Like,
earlier in the day? Do you crash
oh,
because of how
bro,
early you got up?
that's the only thing is like at like 9 p.m. I'm like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah,
Like,
but
I'll be falling asleep, just like watching Shogun.
oh, is that
Like,
the?
on the
I think I've been seeing ads for that. Is it any good?
It's good. It's on Hulu, I think. Yeah,
Uh
it's
huh.
on Hulu. It's good. Yeah, there's like 3 episodes out. Um, I really like it. It's really highly reviewed. I would definitely give it a shot. They're releasing it like every week rather than
Hmm.
all at once. So you could easily get caught up in like and we can
Yeah.
chat about it. Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to. I think I keep getting served those ads on YouTube, so and every time I see it, I watch the whole trailer. So or the ad. So I'll have to give it. Doesn't it have? I know this actor's famous for so many other things, but have you seen the last John Wick?
Yes, he's got the guy from John Wick in it. Yeah,
Okay.
I know
Okay.
who you're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Okay.
like one of the main characters. Yeah,
Okay. 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 So we are talking about the same show. Just making sure.
yeah, yeah, and he does the whole thing in Japanese too, which is cool.
Oh, is it subtitles only?
You can watch it dubbed if you want, but there is also subtitles.
Which way do you watch it?
I watch it with the subtitles. It's weird because there's also like an English actor, like he's from England, like he's uh, I don't want to spoil anything, but he's like a trader. He like walks the store in Japan, and so
Hmm.
there's a lot of the movie is in Japanese, but then when he's talking, it's in English.
Yeah.
But the weird thing is they're actually speaking Portuguese when it's in English. So it's just an interesting choice.
Wait. So it's so when what?
So, so like the time period that it's set in, you'll have to watch it. It's like right after the Portuguese like encounter Japan. Maybe not right after, but they've been the only like Western country to like be interacting with Japan.
Yeah.
And so this English guy walking up a shore, like he could open up a new trade route for England, and so there's like some
Mm,
tension there. In addition to all the like tension from the like trying to become the next Shogun, basically, is the title of the show, between like all the Japanese characters. Um, but the weird thing is, Japanese characters speak Japanese when they're speaking Japanese, but when they're speaking Portuguese, they speak English.
Interesting. I see. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Which is like, I'm like, well, if you're gonna have them all speak Japanese, then they should just speak Portuguese, right? But I guess they're
Yep.
like, that's a step too far. We need somebody to be speaking English in
So yeah,
this.
someone has to speak English here.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So Shogun, I'll definitely have to check it out. Uh, so you had the waking up early and the swimming on your list, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you have anything else on there that you wanted to bring up?
Um, yeah, I had a lot of stuff on here. Let's see. Well, I rewatched Dune 1 last Saturday, and then I
Yeah.
watched Dune Part 2 on Monday,
No
and I thought that was
spoilers.
sick.
No
You haven't watched it
spoilers.
yet?
No, well, no, and just for
Oh, bro, it's
anybody
so good.
listening, no spoilers.
It's so good. I'm like, I really liked it. I wish I had seen it in IMAX, um, because I didn't realize this, but at least from what I'm told, like you actually get more picture in IMAX. It's not just that like it's blown up bigger.
Yeah.
It's that like there's parts of the screen that you don't see in normal format that you do see in IMAX. Like
Like they
you get a
they
little
literally
more on the
they
top and
shot
bottom.
wider, but it's cropped in for like a normal
It's
movie.
cropped for like the normal format, I think. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So like it's not that important. Like it's sand and sky that you're kind of like missing out on
It's
in the
Dune.
crop,
Yeah.
but you know, you might as well go for it.
Well, now
Yeah.
with that info, might be the first time I go to an IMAX movie because I'm having an all day movie day next week where I'm seeing Kung Fu Panda 4, Dune 2,
Ooh,
and I believe the Demon Slayer movie should still be in the theater then. I'm not sure. I'm not 100%, but I'm seeing those two movies regardless. But if the Demon
nice.
Slayer movie's still out, I'm also going to go see that at the same time.
That's great.
Spend my whole day at the movie theater.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
No,
Have some
not at
fun.
all. Yeah, so waking up early, Dune. You said it was really good, right? It
It's
doesn't.
so good.
It doesn't
I mean,
disappoint.
no, I don't know. They make Timothy, look like such a badass in that too. It's like
I, I think
fucking
he's
walking
such
through
a
the
mid
desert.
actor. I'm not gonna lie. I
He is, but like they did a good job. That was what, because everybody said that like going in, that was like their one critique. I think they were like, I don't know if he's like a good Paul, because he looks like he's about to just like get blown away by the wind or whatever. But they did a good
well,
job in this one of him being like badass, like he's like out of focus, walking through the sand, like cape
mhm.
blowing behind him, giant sandworm leaping out of the fucking desert. Like there's some good shots.
Okay. No, it has nothing to do with like. I feel like he gets hyped a lot. I have no problem with him or Dune technically. I just feel like he gets way overhyped. I'm not even like critiquing his acting. When I loved the first Dune, and some of the other stuff that he's in. So, um, heck yeah, alrighty. Do you mind
Yeah,
if I read a thing or two off of my list?
please do.
Yeah, yeah. So, actually, I just highlighted my text purple. So I mentioned it at the start, when it has to do with my coffee, and I actually mentioned it last week, but it's a little bit different. I go to this coffee shop routinely now called Black Cat Coffee here,
Hmm.
and what a moment that happened was I have a shirt that is pink with black cats all over it, and I just wore it casual. I just like, this is the shirt that I want to wear today, and that's just how I started my day. And then I ended up going to the coffee shop, and I was sitting in my car looking in the mirror, just making sure I didn't have like crust on my face or something since I had just woken up.
Yeah.
And the owner tapped on my window, and I was like, hello, and I like rolled down my window, and she was like, your shirt, I love it. And I was just like, oh, oh yes, I have black cats on my shirt.
Yeah.
And it was just such a nice little interaction. And it wasn't planned. I'm not a paid actor.
Yeah. No, that's great. I feel like some of the best like interactions are just from strangers just giving you a compliment or something like that.
Yeah, and it's just funny to see how, I don't know, like excited she was, and just the coincidence of me wearing the Black Cat shirt to the Black Cat coffee, and then when I went in, everybody was like, "Oh my god, I love the shirt," and I was like, "It wasn't planned," and I, I probably looked like an attention seeker walking in with that, but like, I genuinely did not plan it. That's a shirt that I wear all the time,
Well, now you need to go in with like a different Black Cat shirt every week, you know?
and just keep
Keep
saying
it
I didn't
going.
plan it.
It's like, oh my god, you're wearing a cat shirt right now. What is that, right? You
Oh
just do that.
yeah, it's I got it for Christmas. My mom gave it to me. It's like just like a fall tree, but all the leaves are cats.
Or cats, yeah, like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Look, I did it again. I'm sorry. No. um,
Black shirt with cats.
black shirt with cats. Black shirt cat coffee. uh,
Yeah, how often do you go in there? Like every day or?
uh, every day, every other day, at least 4 times a week, probably.
Yeah, it's
Sometimes I
cool to
just
have a
opt for
spot.
the Folgers. You know.
Yeah, right. The Insta coffee,
Mm-hmm.
three quarters of a package of sugar.
Yep. Yep. 3/4. Very important.
Do you tell them that when you go to the coffee shop? I'd like a coffee with three quarters of a pack of Splenda in it.
So, funny thing, they actually carry Sweet and Low, which is why they'll be my main coffee shop till they stop carrying it. I was
Mm.
having them put in a packet for me instead, but then I realized they had some at the table off to the side, and I was like, I'm gonna start doing it now, so I can start doing my 3/4 instead.
Yeah,
instead.
man, you gotta. You don't want a full packet in there. That's too much.
No, that's death levels, death levels, death levels.
But do you adjust the amount based on like the size of the coffee? Like if you get a small coffee or a large coffee.
If I get a
Like if it's a
large,
small
a whole
coffee,
pack. Large will be a whole pack.
okay, you do
Yeah, yeah.
you do adjust for the.
I
Okay,
do.
good.
I adjust for inflation. For coffee inflation.
Oh man,
But
dang, that's
yeah,
great though, bro.
yeah, no, I'm loving it. It's nice to have that kind of coffee routine. I was mentioning it last week. I haven't really been getting out since getting to Florida, so it's just nice to be doing that.
Yeah, coffee shop,
Um,
great place to like meet people and chat and
mhm.
get to know
Yep,
even the people who just work there, you know?
yep, indeed, indeed. It's just nice to have those familiar, friendly faces.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um,
What else are you doing, my guy?
yeah. So, mine, mine is more of like a what's the best way to put it, more of like like some self-reflection, because this is like this in calling myself out kind of thing. I had a bad moment. I had, like, it's gonna turn positive, I promise, but I had a bad
Oh,
moment that reflects bad on me, because uh I was just I kept there was a day, I've since blocked all the numbers, but there was a day where I got, and I don't know what happened, I got probably, not even exaggerating, 30 phone calls in the span of 5 hours about
oh,
me wanting healthcare. I did not sign up for healthcare or like a
right.
healthcare quote. I got 30 calls from all these different, businesses and everything. And I was getting so frustrated. And I got frustrated with this one company that kept calling, because I would hang up, block that number, and then they would call again. I did this 5 times, and on the fifth call, I finally answered, and I was like, "Take me off the list." I just yelled, "Take me off the list," and hung up, because
Yeah.
like, why? Like, I've hung up on you 4 times now,
Yeah.
and so they called again, and
No.
I was like, "Oh my god!" So I picked it up, and I was like, "Hello," and it was the sweetest voice, and he was like, um, "You wanted me to take you off the list," and I was like, "Yes, please." And he's like, "Well, it doesn't. You have like a file open, so it's not as simple as, taking you off. I have to like close your file." And I was like, "Please close the file." He's like,
Then
"Well,
close it.
yeah." He was like, "Well, weren't you interested in like a healthcare quote or something?" And or he didn't say or
You're like,
something, but
no.
I was just like, "No, I'm not. You're like the 30th person to call me today. Please, just please." But he was so sweet, and it I feel bad for like yelling at him during the first phone call.
Yeah.
But and that's like I don't usually do that when I get a spam call. I usually just hang up. But I was getting so many calls, and then when it was that same company, same dude,
Hmm.
um, and so at right before right before we were about to hang up, I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I'm sorry I yelled at you, and he was like, No, it's okay. It happens a lot.
Oh, dang. Poor
And,
guy.
yeah, and since I don't think I've gotten a call from that same caller ID, but uh, so that was. I think it turned positive, and like I think like the positive twist on that, I this might not even be a positive thing actually, but it's just I felt like I felt really bad, and it made me like think about like if I'm gonna take another phone call with like anger in mind, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if I should, because like I didn't even give them a chance to talk. I probably could have just been like, hey, I don't want to get these phone calls anymore, you know. But instead I just yelled at them.
Yeah. No, I mean, but it is frustrating to be getting spammed by them, especially after you've told them you don't want to be, you know, called anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's not that guy's fault. Like, he's just working there, just doing what they say.
And
So
that's what
it's
I tried to
shouldn't be nice
also.
to him.
That's what also
But
like registered to me afterwards was the fact that he's just doing his job. I don't think he's like sitting there like I'm gonna keep calling this guy. You
I'm
know,
sure he doesn't want to do that. He just
I'm
needs
sure his bosses are like, you
the
gotta
job.
call back at least 5 times. On the fifth time, if they stop answering, then you can stop calling. Like I don't know, but uh,
That's
uh,
crazy.
there was one last thing that I did want to bring up. And it happened on my streams, and you might get a kick out of this. So I have this little spin wheel as like a channel point reward. You get channel points on my stream for
Yeah.
watching and stuff. And it's like a it's like a spin wheel. I have like 55 different things on that spin wheel that could happen if it lands on it.
Yeah.
And one of the things that it landed on was message a Yogg or a Yogscast member. The Yogscast is basically like the people that I did the Jingle Jam for, like the company that
Yeah.
hosts the Jingle Jam. It's them, like it's just like a bunch of content creators. It's like a Rooster Teeth but not out of business.
Okay.
uh and so I got that, and so I got a Yogscast member, and I'm on Twitter, and I messaged them. It was their name is Ravs, 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 and
Mm-hmm.
I just my friend Josh, he just said just say doo wop, and so I said doo wop, yo, just messaging you because I was told to, and then another person in my chat was like, tell them they have a great ass, and and for a second I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that, and I was like, well, I feel like Ravs is a pretty chill guy. So I sent
Yeah.
him I just sent him you have a great ass, and he actually replied.
Oh,
And
no.
he was just like, who told you to message me? What a strange first message. And I when I was streaming, I saw that I had a Discord or a Twitter DM, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, I was like, no way, no way, he replied. And, and so I explained, I apologized about saying he had a great ass, and I explained, and he was really chill, and he was really nice about it, and
Yeah.
it was just funny to
That's great. Oh my
to
God.
have that little interaction. And I think what was nice about it is everybody that was kind of in the chat at the time, we actually met during the Jingle Jam. We're all
Mm-hmm.
fans of the Yogscast, and so just kind of getting to have that interaction with like a Yogscast member was just neat and fun.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's cool that he was a chill dude too, just like
Yeah,
responding to random DMs and having a good time.
yeah, I was expecting to get like a block instead, but but
Maybe he was intrigued. It sounds like he was like, huh? Who's
oh,
this?
I do have a great ass.
Yeah.
uh,
That's cool.
yeah, so that's all I really have on my list for for my weekly look back right now.
A good week though.
Yeah, yeah, it was a good week.
Uh, let's see. I got a couple more things, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday I benched more than I've ever benched. I did 205, so I'm super happy about that.
Okay,
Um,
I'm
I've been
seeing it in the
trying to get a bench.
shoulders. I'm seeing it.
Oh, ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah, again, I can barely get through doors now. No, but I've been like trying to get like I think I like plateaued for a while in the
Yeah.
gym. So I lately I've been going a little bit harder again, and yeah, I just like went for it yesterday. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go for my 1 rep max. I'm just gonna do it, and I like barely pulled it off. It was like right at
Hmm.
the end, but made it. So I was happy about that.
I don't know a lot
Uh,
about like weight. I do like when I weightlift, I do free weights, and I prefer like a lighter weight just because I like to do more like dynamic, like arm lifts
yeah,
and like shoulder flies or pec flies, whatever it's called. So like
yeah,
you said a one rep. You just go up and down one just to see what your max weight is. Is that
yeah, exactly.
okay? Interesting. All right. Well,
Yeah,
congratulations. Congratulations.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
great,
You can
great
lift me.
moment.
Now I know you can bench press me if you need to.
If we're ever in that situation, you
Yeah.
don't have to worry.
Yeah, if we're
Yeah.
ever stuck in a hole, I know you can raise me to the top, and then I'll pull
Well, you'll
you
have to
out.
like be on, and you'll have to be rigid.
I'll,
And then,
I'll have to lay flat while you do.
yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
like
yeah.
hold yourself flat too.
Uh huh.
Can't be bent.
No, 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 no. Good posture here. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect plank.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know what else is going on. I got dinner with some of my friends on Wednesday. Went to like a restaurant I'd never been to, which was fun.
Portland.
Called MK Kitchen. No, it was like out in the middle of nowhere, in one of those little towns,
Yeah.
further inland. And it was good though. It was like New American. It's like main restaurant week here. So
Oh.
there's a bunch of
Oh.
like specials or
Uh,
like they'll do 3 course meals for like 35, 45, $55 and stuff like that. So
mhm.
we went for that. I ended up not getting the 3 course meal because I'd already eaten, but it was cool. Like it was a nice place.
Yeah.
Um, it was good to see them. Um, other than that, like kickball is gonna start back up in May, so that's exciting.
Oh, how's basketball
Um,
going? I know you play some
or
rec basketball. How's that going?
I see. I just was talking about how I'm like in shape, but I cannot run up and down the court more than like 2 times before I'm like I need to sub out. My cardio is so bad. It's fun, like, but we're not a great team because we're just like all free agents, so there's not like a
Free
lot of
agent.
strategy.
Free agents.
Well,
I-
we were all free. We're a free agent team. Like everybody
is
just
that
signed up.
is that
We
the
didn't.
official term? Is a free agent team?
Yeah. Like none
Oh,
of us knew
okay.
each other beforehand.
I
Whereas
see.
some
I
of these
see.
other teams, like these, it's co-rec basketball through South Portland. Some of these teams are like they're like real college teams that are just doing this for
Oh,
fun.
yeah, I
And
see. So you're getting slammed,
yeah,
basically.
yeah. One of them was like the coach and some of her players were playing, and I'm like, all right, come on, like it's South Portland co-rec. It should be more chill than this.
Yeah, that's a
And
little
even the
wild.
refs are like, and the refs are kind of like, they go hard. I missed a layup, and the ref goes, "Oh God," at me. He literally said that.
That's devastating. That's devastating.
I know. I was just like, I was like in so much in shock. I just looked at him. I was like, "Whoop."
That makes me think of like I don't know if you've seen like the guy that's a UFC where he's like anytime like somebody gets knocked out, like he gets excited and you can see him like smiling as like stuff's happening.
What? No.
Yeah. Or like as people are throwing, he'll be sitting there kind of like almost like shadow box. Like, come on, like, yeah, throw those hits. Like he's sitting there moving like that as stuff's going on.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah. I don't know. It's going good. It is. I need to. The other thing that it is I need to get an inhaler again if I'm gonna keep doing this. Like I haven't had to use one since I was a child, but that's because
Hmm.
I stopped running. I've
Yeah, yeah,
walked everywhere since I was an adult. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I don't run anymore that often.
There's no need. There's
So
no need.
no. I mean I walk my car and then I drive my car
You
and
don't
then
run
I
in
walk.
kickball.
I mean it's like sprint. It's very like
That's
short run to the
that's
base.
true to the
Yeah.
base
Or
and
when you're in the
yeah.
outfield, it's like a jog to wherever like you need to catch the ball.
Mhm.
Uh,
That's fair.
so
And there's a
yeah,
lot of pauses in
yeah.
between. Basketball, it's kind of a constant back and forth. You don't really
Oh,
stop.
it's brutal. Yeah, it's just like
Mhm.
constant running. Huh.
Heck yeah.
But it's going good.
Good, good. Well, once I move back, you'll have a real stepper, and I'll be dunking. I'll be dunking on some of those college kids.
Please do.
I can't dunk.
We need to.
I can touch rim, but I can't dunk.
Yeah. I don't know if I could even touch the rim. We got dunked on a couple times,
Y'all
I
have got,
think.
dude, dunked in co-rec for Southport. That's crazy.
That's what
That's
I'm
crazy.
saying.
That's
It's
crazy.
like
That is crazy that you have people playing that can dunk. I don't know. That's
it, it's a lot.
that's like having a field
I'm
goal
like,
kicker on your kickball team, like a college field goal kicker.
well, that's kind of my thing. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Look, we're on a positivity podcast, but my feeling is sometimes I'm in there. I'm like, it's co-rec basketball. You're 35. Like, give up on your dream here. Like, you're not going to the NBA. You don't need to be dunking on. Like, you don't need to be dunking on it. Come on, just
I,
chill.
but at the same
Yeah,
time, if you could dunk, you would be doing it. It's-
maybe.
can you imagine the rush that they probably get when they get a dunk on y'all? I'm sure they feel great.
When you dunk on like a 5'2" girl. Come
Oof.
on.
Oof.
Yeah.
But when you dunk on the one guy, aka you, Big Chungus, it feels
Yeah.
good.
I get fucking bodied. They're like, oh.
Oh, do you get checked on the court? Do people check
It
you?
gets physical, and that was like new for me too because I mean, I don't know. I haven't really had to like have like a physical game since I was like a kid, like in middle school or maybe high school.
Mm-hmm.
And so like having to be like physically aggressive again with other people like was a bit weird at first.
No, I get
Knocking
it.
people out and like
Mm-hmm.
shit pushing a little bit and stuff like that. But you get back into it.
Yeah. Well, heck yeah. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear it's going well. Did you have anything else you wanted to add on to that, or?
No, I don't think so. We can probably do the news or
Yeah.
whatever you want.
So
You're the host.
yeah. So now we're gonna jump into a segment called Positive Press. Did you had some videos? Did you want to do that after the news, or did you want to do it
Oh,
before? I
we
don't
can
know.
do it now if you want.
I don't know if
Can
it
you show it?
falls. I don't. I will. Yeah.
Can you show
Once
it?
if you can
It's a
share.
short video. I just think it's great.
Do you
I
need
just
to
think it's a positive
do you need to send me the
little
links, or are
clip.
you gonna?
I put it in chat in Discord.
Uh, oh, our personal chat.
Yeah.
I don't. Did you send it to me?
In this voice chat that we're in, it
Oh, in
says,
this voice chat. Okay, hold on. Oh, I see it. Okay, hold on. Let me figure out how to get this on the screen really quick. Please don't play the audio. I'm reading the title right now and I already love it. But hold on. For anybody that is listening, we are jumping into what's called the positive press segment of the show, which is basically we just highlight some good news stories in the media. This may or may not qualify as that. I'm not sure. Let me.
hey, you know what? Whatever's. We can decide what the news is.
This is true. Hold on here. Let me. Okay, I'm gonna have to switch to one of my other screens that I use for streaming really quick. So. So. Did you want me to read the headline or the headline? This the title of the video.
If you want, yeah, sure.
Yeah. So Joe would like to share this with us. This is called "Pandas Having a Bamboo Party." It's posted on Reddit by God Kratos. Here we go. I don't. Oh, are you gonna? You probably want to be able to hear it too. I don't know if I'd be able to like share it to you. I don't know if because
That's okay.
yeah.
I'm watching it on my screen.
Oh, okay, yes, because sharing it to the stream menu, I can't. I don't think I can do that. So yeah, let's get into this. Okay. Is there audio? Oh, there we go.
I don't know if there's audio.
There All right.
Oh, they're just having the time of their life.
Yeah, no, they're just. I
I don't
love
know.
that
I
they're
saw
just
that and
chilling around a table.
just eating
Just
bamboo.
yeah,
They're just
for
like little people, like sitting in those chairs.
yeah, they're probably chatting about, their wreck.
Inability to have
Their
sex, or
uh,
they're not in the mood.
what is that? Is that a thing pandas are known for?
They're difficult to get to breed, is what I've been told.
Interesting. I did not know that. For the listeners at home, it was a video of four pandas around a table just sitting in some chairs enjoying some bamboo. It's very cute.
They're, like holding
I'll
it with their
actually
little paws, and it
yeah
was nice.
I'll leave it in the Discord under the news stories for anybody to watch afterwards. Well, heck yeah, Joe, thank you for sharing that with us.
You're so welcome.
You know what? That made me happy. That made me happy to see
Good.
it. So,
It made me happy too.
yeah. How did you come across this?
I was just, browsing Reddit like one does on the popular page, and
Yeah,
there it was.
that was trending.
It was. It was. Yeah.
I love Reddit.
It's under be amazed. Like, I don't know if I'm amazed by it, but I do like it.
Yeah. Oh, alrighty. Well, heck yeah. Would you like to share your news stories? You want me to go first, or?
I can share mine, and then
Okay.
you can share yours if you want. The first one is um, miniature neck brace help save grasshopper at Texas Zoo. And so it's all about this. Okay, so it's actually not a grasshopper;
Oh,
it's a stick bug.
it's
But
a what? Oh,
apparently
a
the
stick
stick,
bug. Okay.
apparently the stick bug, like at the zoo, like molted his shell, and he was having like a hard time holding up his neck.
Mhm.
So rather than just like letting the stick bug die, the zookeeper like built him a neck brace out of like a Q-tip jack and basically
Oh,
some tape. And apparently he's made a full recovery and he can hold up his neck again. It's incredible.
yeah. That's so adorable and wholesome.
Yeah,
The fact that somebody saw this poor little struggling stick bug
stick bug,
and
Peruvian jumping stick. Yeah,
can they typically bend their head though? Like, is he gonna be unable to bend his head now?
I
I
have
assume
no idea.
I assume full
I think
recovery
it's
means like he's good now, like he's set.
Yeah. It says a few days later, when the neck brace was removed, the insect could hold her head up on her own,
Oh,
according to
okay.
the zoo.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
although there is a very small visible mark from the initial injury, she was able to climb and move around her exhibit just like before.
oh, the
She's
the
thriving in
stick bug
there.
has an exhibit.
Apparently, she's like a star.
Oh, you know what? I bet you I've been to some zoos where they have like it's usually like maybe like in the gift shop. They'll have like yeah, like bugs, like insects, rodent,
Yeah.
not rodents maybe, but like different insects that you could kind of view, and the kids are like, oh, and then they turn around and they buy the little plushy animal of a stick bug.
Yeah.
Heck
Yeah.
yeah,
I
that's
think,
that's so. I love seeing stories of like people jerry rigging and coming up with different ways to like help an animal,
yeah.
like that alligator here in Florida that was missing its top jaw.
Oh,
And I actually don't know if they gave it a prosthetic, but they found it. But or I think there's like a pelican or a toucan, I think, which I think it was a toucan that lost its beak, and they gave it a 3D printed beak.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and so it was able to kind of return to normal function, having
That's awesome. Yeah.
its 3D beak. I love
Dang.
stories like that.
Yeah. I do
Yeah,
too. Like
thank you for sharing
helping
that,
animals.
especially
Of course.
microscopic, or not microscopic, but tiny.
Hmm.
I would never really have thought about like a prosthetic for a bug. I was thinking maybe you could make like if a bee lost its wing, but I don't know if it would operate the same way with like a fake,
Yeah. A prosthetic wing on a bee.
or like a
I don't know
prosthetic
if you
butterfly
could do
wing.
that.
I don't know.
I wonder if anybody's done that.
That'd be a good search. If any of the listeners would like to find that story and share it with us in the Discord, please do so. uh, Heck yeah! So stick bug prosthetic that that the article named grasshopper.
Yeah. I mean, it's from a Fox Weather article, I guess. What do you expect?
That's fair.
It's
That's fair.
weird. It's weird that it's one that it's on Fox Weather. Like, why it's
Uh, the
not weather related.
there must not have been a lot of weather going on wherever that came
Yeah.
from recently.
It's so weird.
It was an overcast day and like, well, we gotta have something.
Yeah. True. Stick bug news.
Yeah. Did you want like ping pong? Like I'll do one and then I know you have another one.
Why don't you do one?
Yeah, I got you. So I have a couple to choose from here. I'm not sure. I love all of them. I'll do this one. This one's very sweet. I'll read the headline. It's from the Oh, you said yours is from Fox Weather, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I just like to give the source just so if people are interested. So this is from goodgoodgood.co. The headline reads: Company transforms pre-loved plushies into sustainable toys. And quotes, "We can change the industry forever." And that's the person who owns this business. And basically the premise of what they do is they take toy donations, or they like find thrown out discarded toys, and maybe like a toy that like a little stuffed bear that's lost its arms.
Mm-hmm.
uh they find these pre-loved, pre-used toys, and they sanitize them, they clean them, and they give them these little they typically ask the people that have donated them, they ask for like if you can write a little card about the background of the toy, like what was the toy's history before you gave it
Right.
to us, and they put it on their website for sale. And with the website, it almost looks like an adoption site for like a pet,
Yeah.
where they have like every toy has a name, and it has like a history that you can read on. And what's I think the aim of the business, from what I'm reading here, is to not only just make sure that these toys stay loved because they're still usable, but also it's to
Yeah.
help reduce uh it's like an eco-friendly way of keeping toys in circulation, and maybe reducing the
Yeah.
amount of like stuffed animals that are made, because you don't think about it, but a lot of resources do go into making stuffed animals,
Yeah.
just for them to like get thrown out and tossed away maybe after the child grows up. And so the aim for this company is to maybe one day have a world where no more toys need to be made ever, as long as we can like keep recycling toys for other kids, and in terms of like stuffed animals and stuff like that, like plushies. um
That's
and
great. I really like that. Like building the story of the toy too. Like if maybe it goes through like several, you know, hands
mm-hmm.
before its
That's
end of
then
life, and you can see, oh, such and such had this these years, and then such and such had this these years, and that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and I think that's the aim, is like, hey, if you're done with the toy, donate it back to us. So
Yeah.
again, the cycle keeps going, and again, I believe they do keep adding to the toy story.
Huh.
They keep adding to the toy story. And it's just, I think it's something that's very sweet, and even like, and the amount of like thought and care that's going into something that maybe most people probably wouldn't think or care about. And like, even like if a toy lost its arm, they'll like give it to us, and we'll maybe restuff it and sew it again,
Oh,
or just
that's
like,
fun. Yeah.
sew the hole, which I think is really
Yeah.
nice. Just so
Yeah.
again, no toy, even a little amputee toy still deserves love.
Sure. You can still have fun with it.
Just because Mr. Wolfers is missing an eye doesn't mean he can't still be played with.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
know. Oh man, makes me think about my childhood toys.
I was gonna ask,
Probably just sitting
did
in
you
a
have any
closet
toys?
somewhere. I don't know. I mean, I did. Obviously, I had toys, but um,
Poor
my
Joe
parents would just
never
like
grew
have
up
some
with any
lots.
toys.
Yeah, no. Um, Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. I think my parents probably just sold him in a garage sale. But it would have been cool to do it this way, so that
Yeah.
that record lives on.
Well, even then, it's nice to know at least that your parents didn't maybe didn't throw them out. Maybe
Yeah, that's true.
instead,
Yeah, yeah.
still the toy still kept its travels. You might have a it might reach out to you one day, be like, hey, you're my real father.
Right.
I'm with this family now. The toy might do
Right.
that. You never know.
Yeah. Wonder if you'd ever get like famous people's toys on there. Like they're not famous when they're a kid, but then they grow
Yeah.
up and they're like, oh my gosh, this is Bill Gates
Bill,
teddy bear. You know
Bill
what I mean?
Gates
Like the
Teddy. Yeah,
equivalent. Yeah.
as long as they don't
It's
charge a
crazy.
premium for it,
Yeah.
because you put that on eBay and let people bid on it. That thing's not seeing the
Is
light
it
of day
just like
for
a
a
flat
while.
rate on that website? You might not know.
Uh, they had a picture of the website storefront. Let me scroll down a little bit. They I don't know actually because they sell out of stock really quick. I could if they
Mm.
have a link to the website, I could go look really quick. But um, oh here we go. Here we go. Store. Shop all toys. It seems to be. I'm not seeing anything over $20. $20 what is this? I think this is either the euro or the British pound. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm not seeing anything over that price. So they're pretty cheap for. A lot of stuffed animals I see are like 20 plus sometimes. So
Oh wow,
yeah,
that's pretty good.
yeah, that's not bad at all. It's very cute. It seems like they might not have a lot of selections, but again, from what I'm told, they get sold out a lot. And I could see from when this article is posted to being on the website, instead of saying out of stock, it says adopted,
Oh, that's nice.
which is very cute.
Yeah, that's so cute.
Yeah, I actually had a stuffed animal. I actually still have a stuffed animal that I've had since I was basically born. I believe I might have been. I think I was one when I received this toy. I could go grab it really quick if you'd like to see it, and anybody that's
Yeah,
viewing. Yeah.
let's see it.
I got a second one too. This one story isn't as nice, but so this is I'll hold up to this camera first. This is Bunny. When I named her, uh, I wasn't smart enough. I only had a couple brain cells, so she's Bunny.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but yeah, I've had her since I was little. I used to rock when I was a kid and like rock in my sleep, like rock back and forth, and I used to hold her in my hands and rock myself to sleep back and forth. Um, so yeah, no, I like when I read that, it resonated with me a lot because I still have my stuffed animal.
Yeah,
And maybe if I'm ever ready to part ways, instead of trashing or anything, I'll think about donating. And then
yeah, that'd be great.
I also have this my science teacher before I moved to Florida, uh, gave me this little stuffed lion. Her name is Lemon as well, Lemon the lion.
Mm, very
But yeah,
cute.
yeah. What was
That's so nice.
yeah, what was you had another article? Did you have anything else you want to talk about with the stuffies?
Oh yeah, I did. I had one more. It's like a little, not as funny as the stick bug. But
Doesn't need to be funny.
it's just called "Good News for the Socially Anxious. People like you a lot more than you think they do." New research confirms. And it's more like a review of like a larger body of psychological and sociological research.
Mm-hmm.
Basically it boils down to a literature review, and they say in general people overestimate their abilities. Like they think they're better drivers, they think they're like smarter than they really are, they think they're better looking than they really are.
Yeah.
Um, but the one thing that people like almost always consistently undervalue themselves in is their like interpersonal skills and how much people like them. And they basically say like we're extremely social creatures and we're like very hyper aware of um, other people's perceptions of us, and we will leave a conversation and think about the whole interaction and be like, oh, I wish I had done this way or that way. And based off like polling, following some like scientific studies, people will rate themselves worse than what other people will rate them. So they'll be like, "Oh, I think that person didn't really like me." When they go and ask the other person, they're like, "I thought that person was great." Um,
Oh, okay,
and
yeah.
so I think it's just like really nice because it's something that like I've always struggled with is like, "Oh, I wonder if that person liked me," blah blah blah. And the truth is, they probably did. You just gotta relax, have a good time, you know. So
Yeah. I
I
I
thought
love
it was
that.
a nice article. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think you liked me when we first met. I
What? Really?
yeah,
No, bro. You were great.
no, I when we
I thought you
first
were
met,
cool, man.
I thought I was being a little too much when we first met, but there was also a lot going on. Uh
Yeah.
for anybody who doesn't know, like we met during like a new to the area kind of like group, like where people new to the area would just come to get together and try to meet each other. And there was I say a lot of people. There's probably like what 8 people there, but there's still a lot going on. There's just and so I think it was more of me just being overwhelmed probably instead of you not not liking me.
Yeah. No, but that's kind of like exactly what the article's saying of like, you know, I thought you were great. I was like, this is a cool dude. Just moved here from Florida, like being super outgoing, coming out to one of these events,
hmm
very talkative, which was awesome. So yeah, that's just it's
Yeah.
just your I guess it's just you like getting in your own way a little bit. So you just need to like I think I find it helpful because it's like if I can keep that in my mind, then I realize that like, oh, maybe I'm just being a little too self conscious.
Yeah,
Whatever.
overthinking it a little bit.
Yeah.
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 Okay. I like that. That's whenever I have interactions because I feel like that's something I mean I think most people do that, so I'll have to keep that in mind. Do you
hmm
know? Do you like? Did they poll a certain area? Do you know? Or I was just curious if you knew.
it was it's more like a review, so they link a lot of different studies.
Okay,
Um,
that's fair. That's fair.
but yeah,
Well, heck yeah, I love that. Joe likes me. I just kidding.
of course. Yeah, bro.
I know. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Well, heck yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Um, I will jump into my second article here. Do you still have time? I know we're heading over the
Yeah,
hour mark
I'm
now. Do
good.
you still have some time?
I'm good. Yeah.
Heck yeah. Alrighty. So, I'll read this one. So, this is from the optimistdaily.com. The headline reads Nigerian school accepts plastic bottles as payment for tuition fees. Uh, as I was reading the article, I think the most noteworthy things to mention, it's all noteworthy, but I think it's just really nice. So, the minimum that students need to bring in to, I believe it's every semester, either students or
Mm,
parents, because I believe this is more of like I think it's like an elementary school. Um, I believe it didn't. It's called the Morit International School. I'm not sure exactly what an international school is. It's sound, but from the article, it sounded like these kids might be younger, and it sounds like
hmm
parents are the ones needing to pay these tuition fees. But anyway, all the parents or the students need to bring to cover their semester is 20 plastic bottles, and that covers
Oh, wow.
any and all tuition fees. And what they're noticing with this area in Nigeria is that not only is plastic waste being reduced in the area, but also you're seeing they've seen like a incredible uptick in the amount of kids or just people getting a proper education. And I believe they
Yeah.
had a program before this one where they tried lowering tuition fees to like to what some might consider pretty low, but they were still finding that a lot of parents were were struggling to be able to cover tuition fees. So this program teamed up with another company called Green Minds Academy, and they said, "Yeah, you bring in 20 plastic bottles, and that'll be your semester's tuition fees." And
Thanks.
I think that's a neat way to not only increase education, but also help with the environment and whatnot. Because what happens with these plastic bottles is they do get recycled, and used for. They actually get used locally. The recycled bottles they get used for like textiles, furniture, and fabrics, all that stuff. And so yeah, it's I I love it. I love the education part of it. I love the environmentalism behind it.
Hmm.
It's great.
That's incredible. Yeah, 20 bottles? That's like nothing. Like, I don't know. I guess it's different there. Maybe it's harder to find bottles, but I'm like, I could round up 20 bottles in a couple days. So
From
that's awesome. I
from
get to
what
go
I
to school.
from what I understand, it's actually I think I think because they can't rely too much. I could from what just from what I'm reading here, I don't think they can rely on like local water supplies as much.
Mm,
So I actually do think that they have a lot of bottles, and that was like the whole
hmm.
premise. It's like we have so many like plastic bottles of trash lying around, um, and so I don't think the bottles are hard to come by. I could be wrong, but just from what seems like is the uptick of children's tuition going on, that I assume they don't have struggles. Like it notes that one parent, you know, every day they walk around and they see a bottle and they just pick it up and they know that that's going towards the next semester's tuition fees for their child. So
Incredible.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a really nice story.
yeah, and it's wonderful that somebody, because uh actually I don't know the price of materials in terms of education, but it's just nice that somebody was willing to make like I don't know how much 20 bottles is worth in terms of like actual you know monetary value.
Not that much, I would assume.
Especially since they're I'm sure a lot goes into recycling those back into textiles and
Yeah,
furniture and stuff like that. So it's I believe it's that Green Minds Academy that's kind of
I
fronting
think,
the
yeah, they're
cost.
probably just, yeah, they're pretty much just like paying for the schooling, but being like, just bring us some
Yeah,
bottles. It
just bring us
sounds
a
like.
bottle. Yeah, and so
Yeah,
it's just
which is
it's
cool.
a very nice thing. It's very cool indeed.
Yeah.
Well, heck yeah, I think that's it for my articles. I technically had one more, but yeah, if you want me to read it, we can. I know we're over the hour mark, so uh, totally.
Well, I have to let the dog out
No, yeah,
soon.
that's perfectly fine. I usually only do one or two articles in the first place, so that's totally cool. I had a lot of time when I was chilling at the coffee shop the other day, so I was just going through the different articles and was just making note of ones that caught my mind. So
Yeah. Well, send it out, let me read it
I'll
to
probably
me.
I'll put it on the next show. So
Okay.
you'll just have
I'll
to
just wait.
you just have to wait.
Uh,
Yeah,
for a full week, though. That's gonna be
you're gonna be.
on the edge of my seat.
I know. It's a good one. It's a doozy.
Oh, man.
Well, Joe, thank you so much for being on the show. I really appreciate you doing this.
Yeah,
Coming
it was
on.
fun, man.
Yeah,
Have to do it more often.
indeed. We'll definitely have you back on. And I expect more panda videos when you come next time.
Yes, I'll be a panda video connoisseur.
Yeah. Well, again, thank you so much. For anybody listening, thank you so much for being here. If you're here live, we are also on YouTube. The video format will be up on YouTube. We are also now on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and anywhere that you might get your podcast. Yeah, I have been Savvy Savian. Today I had with me Joe, better known as the Big Chungus.
I don't know about better known as, but
Yeah.
you find me around,
Better
you'll be
known
just
as Big Chungus. You'll probably catch him every now and then on the streams. But yeah, thank you everyone. Joe, thank you one last time. And yeah, I hope everybody has a good day.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody
Uh,
kill it this week.
yep. For anybody
Yeah,
who
you too.
is for anybody who is here in the live, there will be an after show with me, so just stay for that. Yeah. Bye everybody.
See ya.